Today marks another beginning, a complementary perspective with a man to engrave more surfaces and open new doors, just as we just did with the new Ypsilon. Because now it is a time to speak about the future. So please join me in welcoming the new Lancia Chrysler CEO, Mr. Saad Shehab, my friend.
Thank you, Olivier, and thank you for the introduction and for what you achieved at Lancia. And for the man who carried me along and brought me to this stage, I say, Lancia, you entrust me with today, is a stronger brand that I'm proud to represent. It's an honor. For me, the connection I have with Lancia goes beyond the 18 months of work alongside Olivier. And it goes back further than those late nights and stronger than all that coffee. My connection with this brand takes me back to Beirut, where I was born. My trip to this stage started with a toy, a die-cast Borrego, a Lancia Stratos covered in Alitalia stickers. Before I knew much, I knew Lancia. Even back then, before I could reach the pedals of my dad's car, this brand spoke to me. And then I followed it on the silver screen, and I got a taste of that Italian glamour, and I was seduced by its distinction. Sure, I was just a kid, but the Lancia brand sparked something, a passion for all things car. It lit a flame that still burns today. For me, I credit that passion to an even closer encounter. It was when my father gave me my first critical assignment, to wash a car for him. He handed me my first 5 liras that later became 10 liras for polishing the surfaces of such sculptures. Sure, it was a good way for a kid to earn some money, but it taught me more than a work ethic. It taught me about cars. It brought me intimate with their surfaces, and there was always something to learn from the sheet metal. The respect for car making, which still infects me today. This passion that probably sprung from my Mediterranean roots is one that blossomed and bore fruit in my beloved hometown, Detroit. By the way, a shout out to Motor City for winning another award, an Emmy for a Super Bowl ad. This 1-2 punch widened my perspective, which I aim to invest and put at the service of Lancia. I'm sure the question for me now is, how does Lancia benefit from these dual influences? And all while preserving the legend of the shield itself. Because the Lancia blue, as I see it, is almost the 4th color of the Italian flag. How do we move this brand ahead? I say carefully. First, expand in Europe and continue to tell the story of Lancia. It's a great one. It's an original one. It's a story told so well in Italy. Thank you, Olivier. And second, continue to grow and refine its portfolio while complementing the group's lineup of vehicles, and continue to leverage the group's available resources and expertise. This is a universal truth. Fourth, design and engineer cars fueled by Lancia's Italian DNA. To me, this is paramount. And finally, elevate this brand's equity to the top, and step by step, by taking the stairs. It is more common to get a bloody nose from being punched than it is from climbing too quickly. With this group's demonstrated commitment, Lancia today is fed with enthusiasm and looks forward to a nearby future, a thriving one with many delightful surprises to come, like this one, the new Flavia Cabrio. The reaction and public excitement to this car at the Geneva Auto Show could not be ignored, and it led us to greenlight it, and I'm glad we did. because a brand with the history and values of Lancia deserves a sky that is big and blue, not dark and falling. Flavia Cabrio is not only open to the skies, it's elegant and charismatic, refined and spacious, and unlike most cabrios, it seats up to 4 optimists very comfortably. This car is yet another unselfish automobile from Lancia, another ingenious collaboration with Lancia's counterparts from across the Atlantic. It's a complementary addition to its portfolio. To me, Lancia is always at its best when it builds cars that simulate the senses. So this Flavia does just that. 175 horsepower petrol engine with 6-speed automatic gearbox, Napa leather interior, and push-button top. In short, it is a car that is at once exclusive and accessible. Because at Lancia, we believe the sky doesn't get better in a car that costs twice the amount. It's a vehicle that is American in its love for freedom, but Italian in its commitment to passion. It's a little bit of a Hollywood glam, if you will, with a bit of Dolce Vita. Flavia Cabrio will be officially introduced at the next Geneva Auto Show and on sale starting in June of 2012. But we don't have to wait until next year to experience the new Lancias. I'm somewhat proud of my impatience and proud of this, the new Lancia Voyager. It will be in showrooms starting in October. By the way, today people sometimes forget that Chrysler invented the segment in 1984, and that Lancia Fedra has 17 years of service under its belt. They're arguably the most important kids in our family. If you think of it, they literally haul the future. That's why we couldn't help but spoil our kids rotten with attention and innovation, and every year we gave them new birthday gifts. Every year these 2 great MPVs headed into the world, toured countries, and dipped its toes in many oceans and many seas. 13 million minivans later, 13 lessons later, and with everything we've ever learned from both sides of the Atlantic, from American football games to European soccer matches, from the Golden Gate Bridge to the Eurotunnel, it's all been built into this Voyager. So what do you get? The most advanced safety system available, the most innovative and class-exclusive use of space, and the most advanced in-car entertainment system in its class. Lancia Voyager goes even further, adding its Italian sophisticated and advanced driving dynamics. After all, why shouldn't a minivan be the fanciest car you've ever owned? And we're talking about real Napa leather interiors, improved suspension and quieter soundproofing. This is an MPV that reminds you that driving a precious cargo should not compromise with your precious drive. So we crowded it with 2 Euro 5 compliant engines, options of the powerful 3.6 petrol engine and the brilliant 2.6 turbo diesel. Simply put, the Lancia Voyager is designed to remind us that settling down has nothing to do for settling for. And being a parent doesn't mean being a martyr. After all, it is a direct descendant of a vehicle that's launched in 1984. It's launched its segment in 1984, and it wasn't the only revolutionary introduction, by the way, from 1984. And no, I'm not referring to a certain computer company's Super Bowl ad. I'm referring to a birth of the Lancia Thema. Again, a product of partnerships. Again, something combined, the comfort of luxury sedan with exhilarating driving experience. So the formula for today's Thema is similar. Take the best resources available from 2 companies on 2 continents, apply everything you've learned about a vehicle, a segment, since 1984 at least, and bring the best of all worlds to the table. This new Thema has been built to reclaim Lancia's territory in the luxury market. Speaking of territories, the luxury market and the segment is known to speak German, and not only in this country, But the Lancia Tema, however, will introduce a new language to this market, and it's Italian with its refined details and exquisite materials, American with its award-winning horses and spacious cabins, and it's fused with German engineering with an efficient 8-speed transmission. It's a language that bridges not only countries, but also gaps between classes. One that offers the masses with exclusiveness and state-of-the-art technology. It's a new approach to luxury. It's an approach that was awakened by the world economic crises. A lesson that hard work and humility should be rewarded with a warm steering wheel and cool drinks. A sunshade that filters the glare in a formal salon and turns it into a salotto. Because a Lancia Tema is a car for the person you set out to become. We believe that someone who's worked really hard deserves more than faux wood, and that with great responsibility comes great power. For those who are looking for the alternative, there is no need to compromise. Tema demonstrates its excellence and performance, which is powered by a 3.6-liter Pentastar, by the way, Engine of the Year in the US, delivering 286 horsepower. A 3.0-liter turbo diesel. It's a new multi-jet 2 built by VM Motori and developed together with the Fiat powertrain and delivers 190 and 239 horsepower. Tema has the ultimate comfort with achieved best-in-class noise level cabin. It also demonstrates quality in interior fit and finish and featuring soft Poltrano Frau leather. Tema proves it in technology as well with its 8.4-inch touchscreen Uconnect infotainment system, the largest in its class. It also leads its class in smooth power and efficiency with 8-speed ZF transmission. This is a billion-dollar investment that has been initiated by an ultra-rigid structure and a newly designed suspension for improved handling. An investment that covered 70 advanced active and passive safety features. And yes, adaptive cruise control and forward collision warning and all the bells and whistles packed in our flagship. It will be in showrooms starting this October. And with starting price of 41,400 euros in this country, Lancia Tema is the undisputed star of our stand. I hope you'll take time to check it out and notice the manner in which it stands out. This great brand is once again reaching to its history while carving new paths with a newfound enthusiasm and authority. As you can see, Lancia completes a fuller line of cars in its portfolio, following its customers' path in life and growing with them, catering to them with premiumness, elegance, quality, and distinctive style. And starting from our city car, the Ypsilon, that continues to evolve, as you see with this diamond show car, followed by our family carrier, the Voyager, and up to our large sedan Tema. Cars that can take on the narrowest streets of Spain, the countryside of France, the mighty Autobahn of Germany, and also cruise the Amalfi Coast of Italy. Lancia is once again one of the very few brands to offer this and to deliver on the promise to liberate luxury as we know it. Because you see, to some, luxury is for others to notice, for others to be impressed by, for others to envy. For those people who believe luxury is about showing off what you have to the world, we're truly sorry. We're afraid you've missed the point. Luxury isn't for others, it's for you. It's a reward for the work you've done, a chance to feel the pride and comfort you deserve to feel. Luxury is a personal experience, and to truly appreciate it, you must be liberated from the idea that luxury is a symbol. Liberated from a notion that extravagance equals elegance. Liberated from the thought that the fun of showing off can compare to the joy of indulging yourself. Once you've done that, you can understand what Lancia truly is about. Thank you very much.